Good morning. My name is Nick Sanborn, and it's a pleasure to be here with you all this morning at the American Public University System Senior Seminar. Today, I will be presenting a great book review called The Yosemite by John Muir. All right, first, I'd like to start off just by giving some quick background information on Mr. Muir. John Muir is one of America's most famous and influential naturalists and conservationists. He's well known for his extensive travels throughout the Californias, especially the Sierra Nevada mountains, and as well as founding the famous Sierra Club. Not to mention his very famous writings on nature and conservation. Mr. Muir's The Yosemite is a journey through the Yosemite Valley, painting images of the valley's wonders throughout the changing seasons. Muir's words and descriptions of the Yosemite Valley touch on, almost touch on poetry, and a great example of this style is represented by a passage titled The Range of Light, which I will read for you now. Looking eastward from the summit of Pacheco Pass one shining morning, a landscape was displayed that after all my wanderings still appears as the most beautiful I have ever beheld. At my feet lay the great Central Valley of California, level and flowery, like a lake of pure sunshine, 40 or 50 miles wide, 500 miles long, one rich furred garden of yellow composite. And from the eastern boundary of this vast golden flower bed rose the mighty Sierra, miles in height and so gloriously colored and so radiant. It seemed not clothed with light, but wholly composed of it, like the wall of some celestial city. Then it seemed to me that the Sierra should be called not the Nevada or Snowy Range, but the Range of Light. After 10 years of wandering and wondering in the heart of it, rejoicing in its glorious floods of light, the white beams of morning streaming through the passes, the noonday radiance on the crystal rocks, the flush of yellow alpenglow, and the iris spray of countless waterfalls, it seems above all the range of light. That is a great example of some of his poetic prose in the novel. In contrast to Mr. Muir's reverent descriptions of nature are Muir's thoughts and comments on the commercialization and destruction of nature's natural beauties. Here's a great excerpt from the book as well, representing this. These temple destroyers, devotees of ravaging commercialization, seem to have perfect contempt for nature, and instead of lifting their eyes to the God of the mountains, lift them to the almighty dollar. Damn Hetch Hetchy, as well damn for water tanks the people's cathedrals and churches, for no holier temple has ever been consecrated by the heart of man. The significance of Muir's writings on the Yosemite and his other life works resulted in lasting monuments. Muir is famously responsible for encouraging President Theodore Roosevelt to found and protect the Yosemite Valley and Yosemite National Park, and is also responsible for the founding of several other national parks, including Sequoia, Mount Rainier, the Petrified Forest, and the Grand Canyon National Park. Muir's writings became critical to the early conservation movement in America and were a way to reconnect the everyday citizen with nature and to inspire them to protect and conserve our natural places. I highly recommend reading this book and taking some time to visualize John Muir's Yosemite. And just to the right, you can see the Hetch Hetchy Valley before it was dammed, and you can see how that last passage has really changed the shape of the Yosemite Valley. So thanks for listening, guys. Take some time to read the book. Here are some quick literary references from this presentation, and of course the image references. Are there any questions? No? Thanks. Have a good day.